Hey everyone! So let's talk about something that's completely taken over our phones, our culture, and honestly, our lives TikTok. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Oh, great! Another video about TikTok. But here's the thing, whether you love it, hate it, or you're somewhere in between, you can't deny that this app has fundamentally changed how we consume content, how brands reach audiences, and how everyday people can literally become celebrities overnight. And today, we're going deep. We're talking about what makes TikTok so different, why it's so addictive, and most importantly, how you can actually use it to grow, whether that's for personal branding, business, or just for fun. So, if you're ready to really understand TikTok, hit that subscribe button right now, because we're about to break this down in a way that actually makes sense. Let's start with some context. TikTok launched internationally in 2018, and in just a few years, it's become one of the most downloaded apps in the world. We're talking over 1 billion active users. That's insane. But here's what's really interesting. It's not just popular. It's fundamentally different from every other social media platform that came before it. Think about Instagram. When you open Instagram, you see content from people you follow, right? Your friends, your favorite creators, maybe some sponsored posts. Facebook works the same way. Twitter, LinkedIn, they all prioritize showing you content from your network. TikTok said, forget all that. When you open TikTok, the very first thing you see is the For You page. Not your friends, not people you follow. Just content that TikTok's algorithm thinks you'll like. And here's the wild part. It's usually right. This is revolutionary because it means that anyone, literally anyone, can go viral. You don't need followers. You don't need to be verified. You don't need expensive equipment. You just need to create content that resonates, and TikTok's algorithm will push it to the right people. I've seen accounts with 0 followers get millions of views on their first video. That just doesn't happen on other platforms. And this democratization of reach, it's changed everything. Okay, so let's talk about why we can't stop scrolling. Because we've all been there. You open TikTok to quickly check something, and suddenly it's 2 hours later and you're watching someone organize their pantry in Montana, while you live in Texas and have never organized anything in your life. The secret? It's all about the algorithm and the format. First, the videos are short. Most are between 15 seconds and a minute. That's just long enough to deliver value or entertainment, but short enough that your brain doesn't feel like it's committing to anything. There's no friction. You're not deciding to watch a 20-minute YouTube video. You're just watching the next 30-second clip. And if you don't like it, swipe. Instantly, you're onto something else. No clicking, no navigating, no decisions. Just pure, endless content delivery. But here's where it gets really smart. TikTok's algorithm is watching everything you do. And I mean everything. How long you watch a video, when you scroll away, if you rewatch it, if you like it, share it, comment on it, whether you follow the creator. Even if you just pause on a video for an extra second, the algorithm notices, and it uses all of that data to build an incredibly accurate profile of what you like. It's not just, oh, you like cooking videos. It's, you like cooking videos, but specifically Asian cuisine, particularly Korean recipes, especially quick and easy ones for beginners, and you tend to watch them around 7 p.m. That level of personalization is unprecedented, and it creates what researchers call a dopamine loop. You get little hits of satisfaction with each video that interests you, which keeps you scrolling for more. Some people call it scary. I call it incredibly effective. And if you're a creator, understanding this is absolutely crucial. Now, let's talk about TikTok culture, because it's its own thing. TikTok moves fast. Trends rise and fall in days, sometimes hours. A sound will blow up, everyone will use it for a week, and then it's gone, replaced by the next thing. This creates this urgency to participate. If you want to ride a trend, you have to move quickly. But here's the beautiful part. Trends are accessible. You don't need to come up with original ideas constantly. You can participate in trends, add your own spin, and that's not just accepted, it's encouraged. TikTok is fundamentally about remixing, about taking something and making it yours. That's why sounds are so important. When someone finds a perfect audio clip, thousands of people will use it in their own way. And the content itself is so diverse. You've got dance trends, comedy skits, educational content, life hacks, storytelling, cooking, fitness, finance advice, book recommendations, literally everything. But what really sets TikTok apart is the authenticity. People don't want overly polished, perfect content. They want real. They want relatable. Some of the biggest creators literally film themselves talking to their phone camera in their bedroom. No fancy lighting, no editing, just authenticity. This has actually pressured other platforms to adapt. Instagram added Reels, YouTube added Shorts. Everyone's trying to capture what TikTok figured out. People want short, authentic, algorithm-driven content. All right, so you want to grow on TikTok, whether for business, personal brand, or just for fun. Here's what you need to know. The algorithm needs to understand what your content is about so it can show it to the right people. If you're all over the place, it won't know who to show your videos to. But if you're too specific, your potential audience is too small. Find that sweet spot. If you like fitness, maybe focus on home workouts for busy professionals or fitness for beginners who hate gyms. That's specific enough to attract the right audience, but broad enough to have room to grow. This is critical. If people scroll past your video in the first few seconds, the algorithm sees that as a negative signal. You need to grab attention immediately. Start with a question, a bold statement, something visually interesting, or a hint at value. Here's what nobody tells you about, or the 5 trick that changed everything, or just jumping straight into the most interesting part. Don't waste time with long intros, get to the point. Participating in trends is smart. They have built-in momentum, but don't just copy. Add your unique perspective. If there's a trending sound about transformation, think about how it applies to your niche. Show a workspace transformation, a recipe transformation, a mindset transformation, whatever fits your content. The algorithm favors active creators. You don't need to post 10 times a day, but try for at least once a day if you're serious about growth. The more you post, the more chances you have to go viral, and the more data the algorithm has to understand your content. Reply to comments, make response videos, duet and stitch other creators' content. TikTok rewards engagement, and building a genuine community will serve you way better than just chasing views. TikTok gives you incredible data: watch time, traffic sources, audience demographics. Use this to understand what's working. If a certain type of video performs better, make more of those. If people are dropping off at a certain point, figure out why. Going viral is great, but it's not the only path to success. Steady growth, building a loyal audience, and consistently providing value is actually more sustainable than one viral hit. Some of my favorite creators took months to find their rhythm, but they kept showing up, kept improving, and eventually found their audience. Let's talk business for a minute, because TikTok isn't just for entertainment anymore. Brands have realized that TikTok is where attention is, and where attention goes, money follows. We've seen small businesses blow up overnight because of TikTok. A bookstore in California went from struggling to thriving because BookTok discovered them. Restaurants have had to hire extra staff because a food video went viral. Products have sold out in hours because the right creator featured them. And if you're a creator, there are real monetization opportunities. The Creator Fund pays based on views. Brand partnerships can be incredibly lucrative. Affiliate marketing, selling your own products, driving traffic to other platforms, there are so many ways to turn TikTok presence into income. But here's my advice. Focus on value first, monetization second. Build an audience that trusts you, that values your content, and the money will follow. If you chase money too early, people can tell, and it rarely works out. So, here's the bottom line. TikTok isn't just another social media app. It's a cultural phenomenon. It's changed how we discover content, how we communicate, how we entertain ourselves, and how brands reach customers. And whether you want to build a personal brand, grow a business, or just understand what everyone's talking about, understanding TikTok is essential in 2025. The platform rewards authenticity, creativity, and consistency. It gives everyone a chance to be seen. And while it can feel overwhelming at first, once you understand how it works, it becomes this incredible tool for connection and growth. Now, I want to hear from you. Are you on TikTok? What's your experience been like? What questions do you have? Drop them in the comments below because I love hearing from you, and I try to respond to everyone. And listen, if you found this valuable, if you learned something new, or if you just appreciated the breakdown, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. We create content like this regularly, diving deep into social media, marketing, content creation, and how to actually build something meaningful online. Seriously, subscribing takes 2 seconds, but it helps us out massively and ensures you don't miss future videos. We've got some really exciting content coming up that I think you're going to love. And if you want to go even deeper, check out the video I've linked in the description about content strategy. It pairs perfectly with what we talked about today. Alright, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Now get out there, create something awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Business Explained.